Decades of planning, at least 30 years of planning to build our dream home in an eco-community, a place where permaculture and all the aspects of permaculture, which is everybody working together in the community, everybody growing food for everyone else, everyone working with the cooperation and dignity, respect, and kindness and everything. It was promised to us. It was promised to us. Just before my husband's 78th birthday. He just celebrated his 85th birthday away from that dream because it was a scam. It was a greenwashing scam. Cost us $120,000 in mostly borrowed money that we're still paying back. A greenwashing scam, like so many. That wasn't the only one. I mean, they're all over the place. People saying, "Oh, this is organic," or "This is permaculture," or "This is good for the ecology, for the environment," or "This is eco-friendly," and then over and over and over again, people are exposed for not doing what they say they're doing, for not being who they say they are. 9 years before we showed up, that's what everyone told us, it was called Finca Fina Permaculture Farm. Finca Fina Permaculture Farm. We went there. There were, golly, I can't tell you how many volunteers there to learn permaculture, to be a part of it, to volunteer their time. I was exactly what two old retired teachers were looking for, an eco-village, a place where we could use the wisdom instead of our backs to teach other people how to carry on for decades ahead of us, doing everything they could to protect the environment. That's what we wanted. That's all we wanted. Just wanted a place to live where the books we'd gathered, the knowledge we'd gathered, the 2 years. Excuse me. This really has me tense because I'm recalling a really hard time in my life. We spent 1994, from March of 1994 to January of 1997, traveling crisscross back and forth across the bottom half of the United States, seeing every eco-village, every solar display, every earth ship, every museum, anything we could find that had the words permaculture or eco-friendly or co-housing or whatever it was. I mean, we were there. We were talking to people. We were learning everything we could. We had the Federation of Intentional Communities magazine in our hands because at the time, we really didn't have social media like we have now. We didn't have ways of connecting. We didn't have ways of putting the word out that we were looking for a place, and we got turned away from every place we asked because I was 48 and he was 54. Everyone turned us away. But we learned a lot. And we took the money we had. We had thousands of dollars that had been inherited by a nonprofit so that there could be something like this done. And we did it. We built it. They didn't come because we were old. Yeah, but we did it. And when we left there and we started searching again, we spent some time in Mexico in an indigenous village, learning more, teaching more, empowering more. We empowered a group to start a program. It's now called Earth Keepers for children. We did the things we wanted to do, except our home. Except our home. We'd had a land lease there, but the people wanted it back. So we came to Ecuador and heard the same story that we'd heard before. Yes, except this time, the lady said, "Oh, your age, no problem. No, we want your wisdom. We want you to design a dining room. We want you to take care of the dining room we have now. We want you to be there for all these volunteers." We had 17 to 34 volunteers at the high end, and 1 or 2 at the low end. And we always worked with them as we were starting to build our place. But as soon as our place was built, rules? Oh, no. We don't have any written rules. Everybody knows what permaculture is. It's about kindness and working together and everybody cooperating with all of the land to put food together for everyone to eat off the land and enjoy the land and be a part of the land and do everything to protect the land and make the land pure and kind and ready to just produce tons of food for everybody. And there's plenty of water, beautiful, beautiful mountain water. All of this is here. You just have to move in and do it. And we did. We moved in 2 days before my husband's 78th birthday. And we moved out 3 months after his 84th. Because we were treated like criminals. There were many cases of legal issues against us. Everything we brought to the property was inspected. We were limited. We weren't allowed to repair our own house without a court order. We weren't allowed to have visitors. 1 visitor in 2 years for 4 hours. No one was allowed to stay overnight. Even our family. It was crazy. Over and over again, we were prosecuted for this or that, or they were all made up. They just wanted us, I don't know, to build a house, or they just wanted somebody to kick around, or maybe they just wanted a doormat. I have no idea. But we lost our dreams. We put $120,000 in a small piece of land, about 1/3 of an acre. We had fenced in. We were told we had to fence it in. We had to keep our dogs away from her dogs, their dogs, those dogs, because they were all vicious dogs. I don't know if they were or not, but that's what we were told. We weren't allowed to be on any of the land that we were told originally was all available to us. 516 acres of land that we could walk all over. Take plants. You could take all the plants you want as long as you don't take all the plants of one variety. Plant them all over. We did. Busted myself. The last of the energy I had left before I had my second hip replacement. I gave it to that land. I had beautiful, big, tall, 2-story high mulberry trees, a gorgeous mango tree. I planted 15 native trees. I took care of that land like it was my own baby, because it was. I called it my last dance. I told her that the day we were told we could come there. This will be my last dance. This is where I'll retire. No, it wasn't. It was where every bit of money I could muster together was spent on legal help. And all the laws that said, oh, even if you build on a piece of land and the person doesn't know that you're building on it, as long as you've lived on it for 2 years, there's no problem. They can't make you leave. 4.5 years later, we were made to leave. What an incredible experience. What a lesson learned. Lots and lots of lessons have been learned in the years that I've done all I could for 2 things. Reduce the amount of money spent and reduce the harm to the environment. That's all I've ever looked for, is how can I economically live a life of relative comfort, out of the rain, out of the wind, out of the cold, for less land because I've given myself to it, and not harm the environment. That's all I ever wanted. It's all I ever wanted. And I worked so hard to find that. And what I found was a greenwashing scam. Last I heard, it's going to become a theme park. A theme park. For 9 years, it was supposedly a permaculture farm, a place to teach people, advertised all over the world, and brought people in from all over the world. When we first were there, we got to meet incredible young people, dying to learn more about permaculture. They were priceless young people. We loved being with them. We loved inviting them to our new Eco-Hobbit House so that they could eat with us and then sit under the stars and talk about what their countries were like, what they wanted to do, what their hopes and fears and dreams were all about. And we said, here we sit with our dream, but it wasn't. It's all taken away from us. And we're still left paying for it. Will be for years, because all we have is a pension. And that's all there is to it. And I wanted to let you know that there are people out there who will take advantage of you if you're a deep ecologist, if you're dedicated to the environment, if you care about what's happening to our earth, if you want to make a difference, if you'd like to be a part of protecting what we have, this incredibly beautiful world, be careful. Just be careful. Because there are people out there who will lie to you, take advantage of you, and harm you. We have been classified by the Ecuadorian psychological doctors as in the red zone for psychological harm, elder abuse on both of us. It has been hell. Fortunately, after leaving there, we found a very inexpensive rental farm that's absolutely gorgeous. We've been here 1 year and 1 week and have completely changed it in terms of trees and plants. And we've added so many plants and trees and flowers and chickens and fish, gardens. I have a fabulous landlord and landlady, and we are so happy. But the pain that we suffered, I will tell the world about it. Not who it was, but what happened, and warn you, don't let it happen to you. Don't let your love of the earth drive you into the ground, because it will. My blood pressure's gone down from 168/90 to 118/60 since leaving the property that we love so much. Do the same for yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of the people you love. And tell your children and your grandchildren to be careful, because there's lots of greenwashers out there just trying to make money off of your back. If you got any questions for us, just go right down, leave comments. I'll be glad to answer them. If you'd like to meet me on Zoom, I'm glad to talk to you. Thank you for being here. And when you go down below, Summerland is the nonprofit. We started 34 years ago. Oh, yeah, by the way, that we were promised that that greenwashing farm was also a nonprofit. It's just two nonprofits working together to save the world. That's what we were told. Don't believe what you're told. Believe what you find out legally. Search and search and search before you sign on the bottom line. Thanks for being here.